Hi, welcome to another episode of That's a Thing 2 Overture. It's episode 23, and it is Wednesday, June the 22nd. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for listening. We got a I'm Kevin.
I'm
I'm
not one.
Drew.
All right, we got a nautical week this week. A shocking amount of ocean news.
Real nautical week.
Yeah, we got some good oceans to talk about. Number one, the ongoing saga of the billionaire death sub.
Yeah.
Drew, have you heard about the billionaire death sub?
I have.
I love the
Is
billionaire.
this natural selection? Is
Yeah.
this how billionaires naturally breed themselves
Well, that's
out?
yeah, because like the joke was like instead of building the guillotine and putting him in there, you have to build it and then charge them to get in.
Yeah, and be like, look, you get a commemorative selfie.
Look, listen, this is our reenactment machine. It can't be like it has to be like some kind of alluring thing like I call it like the space slingshot or something.
Yeah,
Or like
seriously.
we shoot you into space and then you get to take like a selfie from the atmosphere, but like it doesn't stop. It just keeps
No,
going.
see, I just imagine you have the guillotine, but there's like the spot for the head go through, and then there's a spot for their arm to go through, so they can be holding the phone too.
Yeah, it's like, oh look how cool it is.
And then their arm gets cut off, and their head.
Ah, got him. Turns out it wasn't fake. But yeah, yo, that's a crazy. Like it's where you see that like that Good Morning whatever like guy doing like because it's one of those things where like you hear about the sub and you're like I don't, because in your brain you're thinking like the James Cameron deep sea sub. At least I was.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking of something that looked
Did you
like
see that article?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking something worth $1 billion.
yeah, like I'm like, okay, so yeah, they got like a James Cameron sub, like one of his used like Titanic subs, and then it just didn't work. But no, this is just like this is the equivalent of like when Elon Musk proposed to save the children and he sent them like a
Yep.
tube. That
Yep,
couldn't
it's
fit
like
in
we
the
got a big
cave.
old PVC pipe that we bolt close and ship you down there.
Yeah, we just put you
How do
down
you
there
control it?
with
Well, we have this GameStop third-party controller
yeah, you know,
that
or
we
like
use to steer the ship.
yeah, it's like
Nothing says quality like this Mad Catz controller.
yeah, with the
back
Mad
in
Catz
day.
controller and like camping like LED lantern on the top.
It's so great.
Like okay, so if
Oh,
you're
God.
like okay, so obviously we got to put you in the mindset. You're a billionaire. You want to have like experiences that all the other billionaires don't have, right?
No. If you're a billionaire, you already have stuff. You're like a pretty rich guy.
Okay, yes, because this isn't like the bill. This is like the guy who
100 millionaires.
yeah, this is like the 100 millionaires, the people that want to be the billionaires but don't quite have that much money. And you're like, we got to do something fancy, right? We got to do something wild, and then
It's the new money hay-holes.
yeah, because they can't, and you can't just be like do something. You got to do something that like when you're sitting at like the stupid. It's that kind of thing where you'll see like on the Instagram or whatever, where they're like the $1,000 gold steak. And they wheel out
Yeah.
like the worst looking steak you've ever seen covered in gold
Yep.
leaf, and you're like, why would this is horrible?
Yep. And so, like, I don't know, you gotta evaluate what are my skills and talents. Well, not much, but I'm very good at being taken places by someone else.
Yeah,
Listen, look, I created an app that that tracks all the available women by just combining all their Facebook and Twitter information.
yeah, we
That
call
way,
it
lonely
gang
guys can
stalk.
patronize them.
Yeah, we call it gang stalk. We charge like $25 a month.
No, it's $50 a month.
Okay, yeah.
And, you know, we've been acquired for $10 million.
Yeah, we've been a gang stalk. We sold it to like Tinder for like $2 billion, and now we have more money than we know what to do with.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're like okay,
We're going to fix the Titanic.
and you're thinking to yourself like I can't pay the Sherpas to drag me up up Mount Everest because I'm not that fit. Like you need some level of fitness for the Sherpas to drag you up Mount Everest.
It turns out they won't let me whip them to go faster either.
Yeah, but I need some kind of exploratory thing, and that's when the man shows up and it's like, "Do you want to go see the Titanic?" And he's like, "Yeah, I can brag about it to all my rich friends." And then you get what's the point where you back out? Or is there not a point?
When you see it.
Like to me,
sorry. A smart person would back out when they see it.
Or I think the person they signed the waiver because in our date and time, like signing a waiver is just automatic.
Yeah.
I feel like even if you're like driving go-karts, you're just a waiver, or like laser tag, there's a waiver. You're just like, I'm sorry.
Even getting in like a real professional submarine, there's always the risk of death. Like that's just part of being in a sub and being a human being.
Yeah, thank you, Nolan, for posting the screen.
It reels me.
I obviously once you see that, like it's time to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
But see, that's why it bolts shut from the outside.
That's also like the wild thing. The idea that like they're bolting you in. And the fact there's like no navigation. It's just like a
so
button.
what happens if you get shipwrecked and like how do you get out?
Isn't there like there's also like there's not even like a line. It's not like connected to the ship with like a tether or anything.
No.
Nope.
You just get
I'm just gonna say it. If it was a hitbox,
2 mile.
wouldn't have gotten lost.
Of course. I also saw there's like graphs and stuff where it talked about like how like the Titanic is like actually split way far apart on like the bottom of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like a mile apart. But yo, that's like so nuts. I love it. I love this story. I love everything about it. I think
I mean, they're dead, right?
Oh, they're dead.
They're dead. Right?
Oh, they're super dead.
Yeah.
But they're not. How long have they been gone?
Oh, it's been like a day.
Long enough to starve.
It's been more than a day.
Okay, they're not. They may not be dead yet, but
Oh, I think they are super
they're dying.
dead.
They're dying.
But, well, the thing is, like, you're at such a deep. There's no like rescue sub.
Exactly.
Like you can't like this isn't like you're stranded in the ocean and they can fly like a plane or a boat to try to get. You're like on the bottom of the ocean. You can't just rip that out real quick. I don't know how long you can stop dehydrated. You might have to start drinking some pee-pee.
Push the up button. It's like an elevator, right? You said it was an elevator. Push the up button.
What if the whole reason they got lost is because their Mad Catz controller lost connection or ran out of batteries?
Oh, it's like, oh no, there's dead zones in the controller.
It's like one of those Mad Catz you'd play at your friend's house where like the left didn't work. I go,
Yep.
Okay, so we can't turn left to navigate, only right.
Oh.
But it's okay. Three rights make a left. We're good.
There you go,
everybody.
we're good.
Yeah.
I just
I
have to
saw
play on
Zoolander.
player 2. It's okay. We're playing Mortal Kombat. There's a block button. You'll be fine. But man, I love that story. That story makes me so happy. So happy. It's also like you get the feeling of with both the scammer and the scammy, of like the scammer who's like trying to scam these people. Like it's an Ed, and Eddie-esque scenario, but it ends with the death of all involved. Where like Eddie's on like his cardboard thing, but he has to be inside it too. Oh, I'm so happy. So happy about that story. My advice, everyone out there, is that if someone wants to charge you a couple $100,000 and then you get to the thing and it don't look like $100,000, don't get in it. Or you know what? Just don't explore. You don't need to do it. You don't
Listen,
need to
leave
do
that to the real professionals.
Like, or even just like whenever they're doing like the space tourism crap, don't do it. It's not gonna end well.
Don't do that.
Yo, that ain't gonna
There are
end
better
well.
ways to find meaning in your life.
Dude, just buy like just commission some real deviant pornography. You can just do a lot. Literally, you could have your heart's desire for $250,000.
If I had that kind of money, you would just not see me do anything.
Seriously. It's like Jeff Bezos does not have like more people knocking down his door because he's smart enough not to be in the media that much.
Oh yeah, well no, that's why like of all the billionaires, and as we all say, do not respect billionaires.
Nope.
But
He's the rich.
There, what was it? It was like a ContraPoints video, I want to say, where it's like the difference between old money and new money, and the fact that old money has the sense that they hide their wealth, where like they put like trees and crap in front of their mansions so that the peasants can't look at them and see how extravagant they are. Because the whole point is like, no, you need to know that they will uprise and not like you for having so much money. Like, you can't just go out and like drive around in like your like Bugatti Veyron and then get out in your gold covered everything and everyone's gonna hate you. Can't do that. And I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. You can tell. But anyway,
You can tell which families have been through a revolution and which one hasn't.
yep. Which ones have what old money has like drive parried the guillotine, and which ones are just hitting the mash and they keep hitting it. That is my so like half tangent. That is my greatest weakness in Street Fighter. I cannot. It takes me so much mental energy to drive impact. I know it shouldn't, because like after the first jab or whatever, you have plenty of time to hit that button. Like,
well, no, the problem is you're like you're forgetting about it until you see it. That's the actual problem.
There is that.
You need to just like whatever your case in point. You can go watch a video of Daigo and see him block a drive impact because he's just not expecting it at that point.
There's also so like I have drive impact on like left bumper.
Yeah, that's where I put it.
And like I've noticed that when I'm playing a game, my trigger finger does not stay on left bumper; it goes to left trigger.
Oh, sucks for you, first-person shooter scum.
That is there's the FPS like ADS, aim down sight, where like my hand naturally goes to like hang out on the trigger. So part of me is like, should I put it on the trigger? But then the other part of me is like, no, you've played this stupid game for 40 hours. That'll mess you up even more. But yeah, I wanted to talk about the boat.
It's
Nolan,
so dumb.
Nolan, what about stuff you posted?
Oh, okay. I have another ongoing maritime story is the saga of White Gladys, which I have. I've put a lot of stock in, and I really love the story. Have any of you guys heard of it?
I have not heard of this. You're going to have to tell me about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Oh, you don't? Okay, you'll love this. White Gladys is the matriarch of a pod of killer whales.
Oh, is this the orcas?
The ships. Yeah.
Oh, is this the orcas? The lead orca's name is White Gladys?
White Gladys.
That's a cool name.
Who has taught her children to destroy the rudders of boats and like spin them around.
Hell yeah!
To tell them to get out of our area.
Oh man!
And
good job,
I
Gladys.
love it.
But
all her kids are going to teach their kids.
Of course, it's what's beautiful about it is it's not going to mess up like big old ships because those are too big.
Oh no, it's literally like luxury boats.
Yeah, I was going to say like it has to be that luxury yacht size that they could destroy or mess with because like the big old cargo ship that's too big for the whale. It's not going to mess with that. That's big. But
but like your basic yacht, they'll destroy it and sink it.
Good. I think yachts are stupid. I think yachts are like really dumb.
Now, I feel very odd because it seems that the attacks of White Gladys also coincide with the release of a certain movie.
What movie is that?
And that would be Avatar 2: The Way of Water. And I'm
I've
not sure
not.
if it's just a coincidence, but that movie involves whales attacking rich people boats because to defend their waters.
So do you think that like the low frequency reverberations of James Cameron's like Avatar Way of the Water like
It is
subliminally like
it has
like
gotten to the zeitgeist of of orcas and killer
did
whales.
they like activate the whales?
He just has a projector, or he has like a TV running constantly, just showing the whale water.
I mean, I could see it because James Cameron really likes the ocean. He has like a inordinate fascination with the ocean, and I could see James Cameron being like, it must be preserved. Is it like does like the James Cameron yacht have like some kind of like special orca defense where like they look at it and see it as one of their owns?
Oh no! So here's what they learned. There's a way to stop the orcas from attacking. Just turn your motor off and be dead in the water, and they won't bother you.
Ah, so it's like something about the motor that's agitating them.
Yeah,
Is it like some? It could be. Is it like some kind of like threat display or something that like?
they say that like well, so the original idea is that White Gladys must have gotten like hit by the propeller or something, and it hurt her. So now she just hates all propellers
And she's taught her
and has
young
figured out
hate
how to destroy
propellers.
boats.
Good.
Oh, fucking,
Good.
I fucking love it.
I think that's
Keep
much.
doing it, Gladys.
Keep doing it. Destroy them. Destroy the. Did you see? It was like because they'll post like articles where guys like this is not funny.
It's
like,
so it's very funny.
and it's like
But no, it's so weird because I watched The Way of the Water, and the whole point is like, oh yeah, our avatar whales are they're peaceful because they realize that doing violence will only lead to violence being done on you, except for the one whale who's like, yo, we need to do some terrorist shit
yeah, I support
and
that
fucking
well.
and kill these humans. And they're like, he's an outcast.
Does it? Okay, so I have a question about Avatar World, and maybe they've explained it, maybe they haven't. Does stuff eat stuff in Avatar World, or is it all like?
Yes.
Are they all herbivores?
Yeah. No, they're
Yes.
predators.
Okay. Just
Oh, I'm
wanted-
sorry. Also, in Avatar, there is a Jesus character now.
Oh, is that Jake Sully, or is that another Avatar?
Oh no. So,
I know that the
Jake
Army
Sully-
Man came back in an Avatar. Spoilers for Avatar.
well, it's like in the first like 10 minutes. Yeah,
It's also, let's be honest, who cares? It's
Yeah, that's what I was gonna.
Avatar.
That's
No one
that.
cares.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
meh.
these are great movies. Come on, guys. I mean, they're really
I
cool
was-
to look at, but they're not high art.
Does anyone that's what I don't understand is like who likes them?
I think
Like
a
I
lo-
don't.
I think
That's the thing. Like yeah, a lot of people do. Have you ever met someone who does?
no.
No,
Exactly. Who likes these movies? I've never met anyone who likes them.
I feel like Avatar is that kind of movie where someone wants to watch big budget like movie that's not superheroes. Kind of like the blockbusters
Yeah.
of yesteryear. There is I can see and I can understand of like a nostalgia for Avatar where you're watching like a CG kind of bland popcorn movie and you're like, wow, it's not connected to the Marvel or DC cinematic universe. It's so quaint. It's just avatars.
But now it's franchising.
Oh, of course
Yeah.
it's franchise. Everything's franchising. I'm just saying that like that's like what I feel like it could.
no. Like, I'm only looking at it because I'm like, yeah, this tech looks cool, but the story's nothing.
I still don't like. That
No,
the
it's so
robots lose.
dumb.
It's the most nothing ever. I mean, it's cool to watch Jake Sully and evil guy from the first one, who's now an Avatar body, do like their fight. But beyond that, I don't care.
See, I kind of like in a smarter movie. I think that's kind of cool. The idea of like the villain of the first movie is now like reborn in the thing he hates. Like you have to be like you were a military man trying to kill all the Navis, and then you get killed, but you kind of wake up in like your like you're a horrible clone body memory, and you're in an avatar body. Like you're like 2 levels of psychological body horror.
Yeah, but the movie doesn't have any of that in it.
Of course
Like
it
he's just
doesn't.
accepting of his
He's just
new clone
mean. He's
body.
just evil now.
There's yeah, he was always evil. Like so,
Yeah.
there's no disgust over being a clone one. It's just like this is me now.
Well, like there's a point in the movie where I'm watching, I'm like, oh, maybe he is gonna like, realize, oh, maybe there's something more than just, being a Marine and, murdering natives. Never happens, not once.
Murdering more natives.
It's like, now I'll get a dinosaur to ride on, and then I'll murder natives on that. I'm like, no. Come on, just, like, figure it out, dude.
No, he's Stoop Kid. Now he can chase people off his stoop.
Yeah.
Or even if he had just had some kind of, like, pure hate. Like, I can, like, it's the best
Here's the problem, he doesn't, because it's a brain scan from before he got murdered.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
he has to watch a video of like his last before he goes off on his final mission. It's like, well, they're making me record this. So
what I'm saying is, if you want a better idea of what I watched, watch that one Justice League Unlimited episode where like the military man mutates himself into a monster and has to fight all the superheroes that have no powers.
Yeah.
And like the cowboy on the motorcycle's having to fight him, and the guy's like, I know, and like it isn't like the knight or whatever who's like telling him like you're just a hypocrite, and he's like, I understand, and he still hates him anyway or something. It's really, that's a good episode. That's a really good episode. The Z tier like no superpower guys, and they gotta.
I
fight
think
him.
isn't it a reference to the Seven Soldiers of Victory too?
I
Or am I
don't
making
know.
that up? I
It
might
may
be making
be.
that up.
You could be telling the
Maybe.
truth or making it up. I don't know. You're getting in. I just remember there was like the man on like the Pegasus at the night, and then the cowboy on the motorcycle. I'm like, that's like a 1920 superhero, like motorcycle cowboy.
All right, we got reinforcement. Oh, thank God! And then it's just Green Arrow and Speedy.
Yeah, it's like, oh crap.
it's something, not what I wanted. Heck, I take Batman.
We need Batman. Technically, I would say count as superpowers.
Yeah.
He has like DC plot armor. They don't talk about it, but he does. That stupid part. I'm still okay. This is my comic book nerd. When he like dodged like the Omega sanction in one episode or some movie. Do you remember that?
I remember
yeah.
the jail. He just runs away from it.
Like he dodged it, and like
He does it at the last
Darkseid is
second. It's like,
you shouldn't be able to do that. And mentally, I'm like, he shouldn't be able to do that.
Nope.
Like Superman can't do that. He has super speed. You're just like a dude. You're not
Yep.
even like a magic dude. Sorry, that's just me complaining. I'm also upset.
anyway, look, the way of water just dumb. I mean, yeah, there's a Jesus character. There's now like a kid that is human but wants to be Avatar.
A kid, a boy raised by avatars.
Yeah.
Tarzan.
Avatarzan.
Oh man, that's great.
Some Navi racism that I'm like, all right, cool.
Good. I'm
down
glad
with
that
this.
the Navi aren't.
But also, it's not even like because it's like literally no, we're water Navi. We have like gills and webbed hands and feet, and y'all are
Yeah.
forest Navi. You aren't meant to live in the ocean.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we still got our hair USB. We can still jack into these megs.
Yeah. The Megs.
Oh,
How many Megs are there?
there's a couple Megs.
So before the podcast, Nolan, we were talking.
And
We were talking about Meg 2,
Oh yeah.
the sequel to
Oh yeah. I'm
Meg.
sorry. The way you commune with your Meg is you got to step in its mouth and then jack into it.
I don't like getting vored.
Jack in.
Like that's
No,
too
it's
close to
really weird because you
vor.
go into its mouth and there's it's just the mouth and there's nothing there. You don't see like an esophagus or anything where like food would go.
It can't
I don't
even be
understand it.
hisomaso.
Yeah, that's fine. That's at least they committed to it.
Yeah.
If you're
Oh
gonna
yeah.
vor,
Also,
you gotta
there's
get
no.
vored.
So they're like, listen, unobtainium, stupid. What's the new one? It's literally ambergris.
Oh, sick.
It's
My
there's
precious
a thing.
ambergris.
Yeah, it's a thing in the whales that they extract because it stops human aging. I'm like, okay,
Okay.
that's smarter, and it
See,
doesn't have a dumb name.
but that to me, and I will give Avatar: Way of Water credit, feels more like cynically like destroying like if you're trying to sell me on like Earth is dying and needs the magic rock to like not die, then my brain goes, I understand Navis, but we gotta bulldoze your planet. But if you're saying like we
Yeah,
gotta bulldoze your planet so the rich people can live longer, then I feel more for the Navis.
yeah.
I feel way more. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's something we would do. Or it's like when we went to space. Like I can see going to like
Which
the
is, here's the problem because I thought about it. I'm like, well, wait, they have cloning tech. Why do they need to live forever? You could just put your
Because it's
brain into
not,
another.
but it's not. It's not you. It's a
it's a
new
copy.
instantiation.
They played the game Soma and they understand that the copy is not cut and paste.
Well,
Okay, yeah, maybe.
no, let me tell you a little something about non-fungible tokens.
Tokens.
There
They
we
only want
go.
the tokens to be fungible. Why would they want their conscious to be fungible?
That's very true. Drew's
Avatar's the
saying,
first NFT.
there you go. He's putting. I buy it
He's got it. Yeah.
for 7 coins. There's it's like because I can understand if it was like we find out like all like the Bezos and Musk and all their rocketeering and crap, and it's all because there's like some kind of rich person immortality rock on Mars, and that's the only reason they want to go is that they can harvest it for themselves. Like I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. It's like, why are you gonna spend all this money? It's like I need to live 4 years longer, bathe in my rocks.
Oh fuck.
There's also a part in Portal 2 where Cave Johnson got all the moon rocks and then they gave him like super cancer because he was like eating them.
Oh man.
Good stuff. All right, Meg 2. Drew, have you seen Meg 1?
No, and I had a problem with the first Meg where I thought
There's many problems with
the
Meg 1.
yeah, but no, my problem wasn't with the movie. It was with other issues. Do you remember when Dee from It's Always Sunny got her own Fox sitcom where she was like a nanny?
I
Oh, the Mac.
Or yeah, but
I
I thought
never
it was
saw
also
that.
called The Meg.
The Meg.
So I was like, why are they both called The Meg?
Wait, is it called the Mac or the Mick?
I think it's The
Oh, I
Meg
know.
is what it's actually called. But so for when that movie was coming out, I was like, why are they both called The Meg? But yeah, I have. I mean, it's probably better than Avatar 2: Way of the Water, but
It's worse, which means it's better.
exactly, that's what I mean.
Yeah. But yeah, it's
It
bad.
feels like Deep Blue Sea levels of stupidity.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that's like
Blue Sea could be dumber.
it's not as it's not as dumb as Deep Blue Sea because the sharks are not smart. They're just big.
But the sharks are a little smart, but they need to be smarter.
Oh, they
Like when
need
the
to
guy
be like
crawled-
opening
when the guy
doors.
Yeah, no, like when the guy crawled in the oven, I was like, oh, sick, the shark's gonna turn the oven on. But no, they like rammed into it and accidentally turned it on. I was like, no, that doesn't count. I wanted to swim up and
Boo!
on.
So anyway, like yeah, the Meg. It's also it's one of those movies that's like it's like clearly a mainland Chinese movie, but they got like one like kind of famous star. Where it's
Jason Statham.
yeah, you have like Jason Statham, and then a bunch of like all the other co-actors are like Chinese people from like movies that are probably famous in China that I've not seen because it's like a
Oh,
Chinese drama. Maybe it's
Like
good.
a hard drive just dropped a new article,
Oh man.
literally about the sub. So
That's pretty good.
I know.
It's also like the picture of that sub. Like that thing does not. That thing looks like something some guy would make in his backyard. Like I swear
It
I've
was a
seen
death
some
trap.
septic tanks around here that like look like that submarine.
Oh, thank you, hard drive.
We've seen like you can
No.
see some guy getting like cleaning out like a septic tank and saying it's my submarine. Pay me a couple $1,000 to go to the bottom.
And they're just rolling it off the side of a boat and sailing away.
Yeah.
They just it's like so what they do is they go now we gotta turn on the porthole, like you get in there and it kind of rumbles and then they're like now we're gonna activate it, you'll be able to see the Titanic, and it's instead of like a view screen it's just like an iPad and it just starts playing the movie Titanic.
And they're bolted in from the outside.
Yeah, so you can't escape it. You're like, it's beautiful. But yeah, so Meg 2 is having more Megs and also dinosaurs and squids and robot suits that seem to do nothing. Like there's this part in the trailer where it shows like Jason Statham wearing like an underwater robot super suit, and you think he's gonna fight all the Megs with it, but then like they're too big, so it doesn't do anything.
Oh, no. Okay, this is what the super suits are for. It's so they can run underwater.
I see, so they can run away from the giant octopus that lives at the bottom of the ocean, the Meg octopus.
The Megdopus.
Yeah. Oh, but it's like it's just there's just Megs down there. There's also like the whole point was like there's like secret ocean. There's like a secret ocean underneath the regular ocean, and there's like a
Double ocean.
Yeah, there's the double ocean, and the double ocean is separated from the regular ocean because of like super currents, but due to climate changes.
Oh, there's a thin layer because nobody's touched the bottom.
Yeah, no one's ever been to the bottom of the screen. Because of the super currents. The super currents are so strong that like sediments on top of them. But like if you go deeper, you hit the super currents, but they're weakening due to like climate change. Then all the Megs are escaping.
So it's just the calm belt from the Grand Line.
Yeah.
It
Speaking of the
also the
Line.
One Piece trailer.
Yeah, that was a good segue.
That was
What
a
did
great
you
segue.
guys think about that trailer?
I didn't hate it.
As someone who watched Cowboy Bebop live action, I can just smell the stink. The stink of that on it.
But the problem is like One Piece and Cowboy Bebop are very different. Disclaimer, do I think this is going to be good? No, I do not. I don't care that people are like, oh, Oda gave it his thumbs up. Oda doesn't care. It doesn't count to him.
No, Oda's
doesn't give us.
Yeah,
he's busy doing real work.
Yeah, he's like
Oda's making the manga. He doesn't care about the anime. He doesn't care about the live action. He's like, yep, that you did not completely. You didn't make Dragon Ball Evolution, so good job.
He basically the check cleared and he said okay.
Yep.
He said cool.
But I don't. So like, I'm very okay with Luffy being enthusiastic, and then the other people are the ones who have to rein Luffy in. I don't. I mean, it's the problem. That's why I like reading reading the thing. You can always give it better inflection and comedic timing than whatever the anime or the live action will make of it.
It's also pacing, and there's a lot of things that like in a comic can work, but like very differently.
But yeah, so they have 8 hours. They're gonna go from Luffy setting out in a barrel to having 4 members of the crew.
Also, as many people have said, famous Netflix who never cancels anything after one season.
Yeah.
Never. That's not a Netflix thing.
Whether it's good or bad.
Yep. I do like the casting.
I think like the casting is like all right. I think the Nami's orange is a little too much.
Yeah. It's a little too. That's a lot of a wig.
Yeah, like there's
I
little,
don't like how Buggy looks.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
he's like way too much CG.
Well, that's I
He's
mean
way too jokery.
that's gonna be the problem. It's why I've always felt like this is a bad idea, is because like a lot of the One Piece power set and design works because of like the stylization. Like a man turning into a wolf man looks okay because they're both kind of cartoony, but like like Chopper. Okay, so Chopper is gonna look like
Oh.
the worst.
He's gonna be a mess.
Oh my god. What's Frankie gonna look like?
Well,
What's Brooke gonna look like? Oh, CG skeleton.
yeah, it's
Never
just gonna be a
mind. That
CG
one's
skeleton
taken
with
care
the
of.
wig. That'll be it. Like
Yeah,
that's probably
she's
the
CG
most.
skeleton.
That's fine. But yeah, it's like it's just a lot of those powers work because they're drawn and stylized. But when you're looking like real, it's gonna be like I don't know, like Luffy doing his gum shot looked really weird. I didn't like quips. I don't like how everything's kind of like vaguely yellow.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just one part where they're trying to differentiate the islands by giving like each one like a color
A
tone.
different color.
Maybe. I still don't know.
I listen. I just hope that they do Mr. Two.
Oh, we're not getting
I'm sorry.
there.
Yeah, come on.
We're not gonna get there. We're not gonna hit Chopper.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's going to be canceled before then, but
Oh, it's
now I'm
gonna.
thinking about how's Blonde Clay going to be in this? Are they going to go over the top? Because they should.
I would just cast Jim Carrey to play him.
Oh my god, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, as Dr. Robotnik.
Man, I can't wait until One Piece movie 10, live action movie 10, where we get to see the battle for Marineford.
How? Okay, so there's like this that got me thinking.
There's so much serious stuff in this. I don't understand how they're going to do it.
There's like you just presented me with this weird strange reality of like somehow this is the one that catches on. Like there's for some reason like against all odds it's like the Avatar way of the water majority who we can't really comprehend, they just latch on to live action One Piece. They're just way into it. And we're just like, but why? Like, is that a monkey paw? Is that a monkey paw where you said like,
paw.
yeah, monkey D paw, where you're like, man, I wish more people were into One Piece, and then you got like people in the Walmart walking around with like live action Luffy airbrush T-shirts.
Can you imagine how mad the Naruto and Bleach fans would be?
Mad, them mad. I would be mad. I would be confused. Because I'm like,
no, they would just be mad because their thing is still not popular.
Yeah, their thing wouldn't work. It's like every other anime to live action adaptation just tanks, even ones you think wouldn't. But like the One Piece one, which on paper is like, to me on paper, One Piece is like the one I would think would be the hardest to do.
Yeah, it's too goofy.
Well, it's cartoony by design. Yeah. There are plot relevant things. Don't explain why that thing looks and behaves like it does.
I'm going through all the stupid fights early on, and I'm like, how are they going to do the first fight with Crocodile where Luffy has to drink a bunch of water?
Oh, I was thinking that's like the first one that I thought of, where he has to like drink all the barrel and get all like weird inflated.
God, it sucks because like all of it with practical effects, I don't think is that hard. Like if you just did like actual practical effects, I don't think it's hard. But they're gonna do like crap CG and it's gonna look bad.
Oh, it's gonna look bad.
Like even Buggy shouldn't look bad. Like literally, you should just put a green sleeve on someone and then just be like, oh look, this hand's flying around all over.
Yeah, we know how to do that effect really well. It's also like, whenever I think about it, that's why I kept pushing my idea of just the One Piece show is just a bunch of losers doing a side thing. To call it like a bunch of losers in Alabasta. Because then you can give them powers that don't look bad in CG.
Yeah.
You can just say like, all right, here's a guy. He doesn't have to like. He can like vanish and he turns invisible. He has the visible fruit.
Here's the Doom Patrol.
Yeah, just do
Yeah.
that. Because you can, but those powers work in like live action. You can do it. You don't have to do like, here's a man who can make like a double of himself. So you do that old camera trick where they just take the two exposers or whatever. You could do it. You could just do it, but whatever. I don't know. Like, I think it's going to be bad. The question is, will it be worse? Like, so of
What
the
is Sanji going to look like when he's like fawning over women?
Oh god, is he even going to do it?
Is he just going to be like cool guy?
Is everyone?
I hope so, because honestly, Sanji gets too much in later.
Are we just going to turn into like live action Cowboy Bebop, where it's like self-aware, quote unquote, like hilarious Joss Whedon dialogue written by some guy?
Hopefully not.
I haven't seen a single line from Usopp either, and I'm very curious how that's going to go.
To me, I get that feel. Like I just okay. So of the Netflix live action anime adaptations, I have seen some.
I haven't seen any.
I saw Death Note a little bit, and then I had to bail.
Saw Death Note.
I saw Cowboy Bebop.
Saw Cowboy Bebop as well.
I saw Alice in Borderlands, which I think was made by Japan. That one was okay.
I watched like 3 episodes in, and then after the part where they're doing the tag game in the
oh, that's the best episode where they're in the apartment complex,
I'm like,
and there's just a guy with a gun.
Like, I don't have anything else I want to watch after this.
Yeah, but that one felt more like doable because it's just a bunch of like escape rooms.
Yeah.
That's not like the cast was, I think, Japanese by a Japanese production, so they could like deal with it. They didn't have to have like kind of the vagueness of like, oh man. I think, because my thoughts are just all going. The biggest issue
was the part where Luffy takes out Arlong's teeth and puts them in his own mouth, and then bites him.
If they're gonna do it, it's gonna look weird.
So stupid.
No, they probably won't do that.
Oh, it's gonna look weird.
They're not gonna get that right. I also thought, where does this end?
This will end at.
Is it the first 3 arcs or the first 3 bits? So.
Well, no, it's gonna be Arlong. So we're gonna get the first bit with Zolo, then we're gonna get the Zor, whatever. Got that?
No, I say Zolo.
Got that 4 kids poisoning.
I say Zolo now as well.
Like we are gonna get the Sanji, because we've seen Usopp, Sanji, and Nami, so we're gonna get at least to like the Sanji on the boat. I don't know, but that boat was early. Do you think didn't they put that early or something? Like before
Barati?
Yeah, it wasn't like didn't they put like Barati pulling up to the Mary being constructed? Am I wrong or something?
No, no, like they are getting through Sanji joining the crew.
Yeah.
They are booking it through. So my guess is if I had to guess, this is probably going to end just before going to Arlong Park, like just before getting to.
Okay, so we're not going to hit Arlong in this.
I'll throw a little thing in the mix. I think it's going to end with Mihawk cutting the ship in half, and that's going to be the teaser for the next movie.
That would be because that would be at the end of Barati, when Zolo decides to fight Mihawk, and he fights him with his little dagger. No, he doesn't. No, he fights him with the sword. He gives him 1 cut.
Yeah, he fights him with the dagger until he's like, oh, okay, you have real resolve and real drive. Okay, I'll respect that.
I'll give you 1.
Here you go, buddy.
Here's a big one.
Here's the black blade.
What is it? Do you think? Did they explain that it's like always full of hockey power, or is it just like a black blade?
So they haven't fully, but it's definitely like they haven't explained it completely, but it's definitely like if you use hockey enough, it'll just become infused.
That's
into
what
the object.
my theory was, just that he was just so strong. He just had it on. Like the old like Super Saiyan where they got out of where Goku just had it on with no effort.
Oh, no, it's not even that. It's the blade itself. Like even if Hawkeye doesn't have it, it's just embedded in it now.
It's the whole like Japanese. You fused it with so much spirit, it became its own thing.
Yeah.
Like how yokais are made, or some yokais are made. I know that. That was weird when like I understood like when and you're playing like old Elden Ring, and you see like the loathsome dung eater, and you're like, oh, that's because he's like trying to eat and defile like the soul that like lives in the butt, like what the Kappa's trying to get. So I'm like, I understood that. I got that Japanese reference. I watched that one show that Sarah said my show. What else?
Oh God, what's hockey gonna look like now that I'm thinking about it?
We ain't getting the hockey power.
Yeah, seriously.
We ain't getting there. Oh, this show's Born to Die.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's one and done for sure, but
the Avatar
in my
show
mind,
will continue. I agree. There's some tweet, and I don't remember, but there was something along the lines of like, for some reason, like Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is a pretty good cartoon, has been turned into like this greatest work of like.
Yeah,
and I
just saw
it.
That tweet earlier.
Like,
and people talk about it like it's Citizen Kane.
Like, it's an 8 out of 10 show, and I like Avatar: The Last Airbender, but people are like, what? Did we watch? This is like. This would be like a good Shonen Jump show. Like, I put it, like, I think it's better than like Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a story and characters.
It belongs in like, it'd be like the top 3 of the shonen for its time.
Oh yeah. Oh, I put it. It's like it's good, but it's not like. I don't think it's better than Full Metal Alchemist or whatever.
Oh no.
And Full Metal Alchemist, I consider
Full Metal Alchemist a little too anime for me.
It's not better than Ranking of Kings. That's for sure.
Oh no, yeah, no way.
It's not. I don't think it's like. I don't think Avatar: The Last Airbender is better than Justice League Unlimited. I'm gonna put that down.
I don't understand. They're doing, like, Netflix is doing Alice in Borderland, and they're doing what's the other one? Squid Games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they won't make a KG show.
You'd think they would.
It's the most. It's easy to make. It's not hard.
Well, I mean, like in terms of, or even like live action. Did they do live action Kangaroo?
Yes.
Yeah, because that one to me is also one where it's like, yeah, you just get a hot girls and they're gambling and they're horny. No. It's not rocket science, people.
I still haven't watched the Mike spinoff. Like the year before main Cake Guru shows up.
Oh,
they
twins.
Oh, my like
yeah,
anime.
I saw that. I have that saved. I still haven't done anything.
My anime and manga has completely fallen off. It's like only Chainsaw Man Tuesday. That's
like I don't watch anime anymore either.
I have not kept up with it. I'm not opposed to it.
Me watching.
G-Witch, which is great, and was it Hell's Paradise?
Is that the one about the assassin that has to kill all the other dudes?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's
like it's
a bunch of like ex-cons that have to go to a mysterious island to get a thing for the Emperor.
Yeah, but they're all like, yeah, it's like it's just like Samurai Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Superhuman Samurai Suicide Squad. I saw like a preview of that. I'm like, oh, that looks cool, but it's just like I don't know.
And everything else is nothing.
I gotta watch the Lily Speaks video about Polly Pocket and have that going on while I'm playing Street Fighter. It's very important.
Oh wait, I already talked about G-Witch, right? Where it just meant.
Oh yeah, it's Utena. It's Utena Gundam.
Yeah, so now it's made a change. Yeah, it's not that anymore.
Oh.
But now it's like, let's throw these kids in a war zone, and I'm like, I'm all for this now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so now it's Iron-Blooded Orphans again.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yes.
it's the old thing of doing. It's like, isn't it cute how all these kids are piloting the death machine? Now what if we turn the death machine on people?
Also, I guess that's not really just Iron-Blooded Orphans, is it? I guess that's every Gundam.
That is
That's all Gundam.
That has technically been Gundam from the beginning. Where isn't it kind of
Now
effed up?
there's inferences of, hey, maybe there is a kid in that machine, even when nobody's in the machine.
Big props to Gundam 076 or whatever for like that show does address the fact that like you get to see Amuro being like way into it and then way not into it and then way like and then to like how much all those people get effed up when they realize like they're killing people and not just blowing up the robots.
I recently watched Zeta with a friend, and there's a moment where like I guess they're entering the atmosphere.
All right, Drew has to go. Bye, Drew.
Okay.
Enjoy later. Bye. All right, finish up your Zeta Gundam thought.
There's a moment where like Camilla, who is the new pilot of the
name.
Gundam 2, is just like he's able to perfectly go through the atmosphere, and he just sees guys having trouble, and he just nukes a guy that's like 10 feet from him. He's like, "Damn, this is too easy. I gotta stop. I gotta give them a fighting chance at least." I'm like, "Oh, that's nightmarish."
Oh yeah, like I do enjoy. It's like it is the stupid show for children, but it does talk about the horrors of war and how it messes them up. Which is like, good job, Gundam. You've always kind of been about that.
Getting the robot Sinji.
Even G Gundam's kind of about that.
Oh yeah.
Where like there's a lot of like the Gundam fights and stuff, but then like there's a bunch of squalor where it's like, nah, these two robots are gonna have a kung fu match in the middle of your town and then leave.
No man, fuck this Mexican town.
Yeah, no, they get stomped. And then it's like they're all like, yep, good stuff. Gotta find Kyoji. But yeah. Yeah, Gundam's is pretty cool. It's the cool robot. It's always like I think there was the meme that was like someone responded and it was like I saw the meme where it showed like the Gundam shooting war is bad and the person going, wow, cool robot, and missing the point. And the whole response was, I didn't understand how cool the war robot was and how bad the war is. Because it's like simultaneously you're like, oh man.
Yeah.
It's like but isn't it really cool? Isn't it really cool?
Like from the glance you're like, whoa, this is really cool, and then you see like one of those scenes where there's just people being obliterated by an energy beam on the ground.
Yeah, you're like, oh, is it Gundam the one where like one of the shell casings falls down and like kills a man?
Oh yeah, that's Zeta Gundam.
Yeah, and you're just like, ooh. Or
there's like a lady holding her kid on like a fire escape, and it just gets obliterated, and you're like, oh fuck.
Or my favorite scene from Gundam Thunderbolt, where when you hit the freeform jazz and you see what it's like for like the other Zaku pilots when a Gundam's around, and it's like the skin. It's
so
like
terrifying.
It's moving around like a horror monster, and they're like, I can't. They're like their gun is like literally not fast enough to
just
track
zipping
it.
around. You can't even see it. You just hear that music coming in and out.
It's just like, where is it? And then your friend, you look next to him, and he's gone. He's just shit. They're like, oh no. Anyway, Gundam's cool. I gotta go.
Gundam's great.
Later days. Bye.
All right. Bye.